You know that feeling, right? That sudden, white-hot flash of anger. Maybe someone cuts you off in traffic or says that one thing that just pushes your buttons. It feels so primal, so uncontrollable. But what if I told you that feeling isn't just an emotion? What if it's actually a fork in the road for your brain? A choice between a total neural meltdown or a really powerful mental workout?
And that's the big question, isn't it? Because every single time you feel that surge of anger, you're standing at that fork in the road. One path leads to a kind of mental shutdown, a neurological hijack. But the other one? Well, that's an opportunity to actually make your brain stronger.
So let's talk about path one first. This is the one we're probably all a little too familiar with, the explosion. It's what happens when you just let that anger take the wheel completely. You know, it might feel like a release in the moment, but what's actually going on inside your head is, well, it's pretty destructive.
Yeah, think about this for a second. Every single time you lose your temper and explode, you're kicking off this negative chain reaction in your brain. It's not just a fleeting moment of rage that you get over. It has real, lasting consequences.
The technical term for it is an amygdala hijack. See, your amygdala is basically your brain's alarm system. It's the emotional center. When you explode, it's like it mashes the big red panic button and just takes over everything. It completely shuts down your prefrontal cortex, which is the rational, thinking, decision-making part of your brain. It's a total takeover.
And here's the real kicker. This isn't some 5-minute thing. That hijacked, that total loss of rational control, it can last for hours. Seriously. For hours after that outburst, your brain is just not firing on all cylinders. It's being driven purely by raw emotion instead of calm, clear thinking.
Okay, but here's the good news. There is another path. And this is where things get really, really empowering. This is the path of resistance. It's the one you take when you feel that exact same urge to explode, but you make a conscious choice not to. And that is the moment of power. That little pause, that conscious decision to just not react. I know it feels hard, right? It feels like you're lifting a really heavy weight, and that's because, neurologically speaking, that's kind of what you're doing. You're exercising a part of your brain, and that effort has this huge positive effect. So let's put it side by side. Exploding in anger, that gets you the amygdala hijack. But resisting that urge, that actively strengthens your prefrontal cortex, the very part of the brain that the hijack shuts down. It's basically the difference between letting the security alarm run the whole company versus putting your brain's CEO back in charge. So what do you get from doing this mental workout? The results are actually pretty amazing. By strengthening that prefrontal cortex, you literally become smarter and calmer. But my favorite one is this: you become harder to manipulate. Think about it. A stronger, rational brain is just less likely to get pushed around by emotional triggers or pressure from other people. Look, this isn't about being perfect. It's all about practice. Every single time you resist that urge, it's like one more rep in your mental gym. It's about turning a really difficult choice into a powerful habit and building a brain that just gets more and more resilient over time. And what you're doing is creating this awesome, positive feedback loop. It's simple, really. First, you feel the urge. Second, you consciously resist it. That resistance strengthens your prefrontal cortex. And the most important step, repeat. Every single time you do this, you're building that mental muscle, making it just a little bit easier to choose the workout over the hijack next time. So, this is what it all comes down to, right? That flash of anger, it's gonna happen, it's inevitable. But what you do next, that is a choice. You can see it as a threat, as a hijack just waiting to happen, or you can see it as an opportunity, a chance to get one more rep in and build a stronger, calmer, better version of yourself. So the next time you feel it, which path are you gonna choose?